Hey everyone, this is Erik Burton with ericburton.com. I hope you're having a great day. As you can see with the title, How to Make Six Figures from Home. I've been doing it since 2018 in various ways, especially online from home. And I used to be a collegiate coach, and now I'm coaching and mentoring people to go to that same level and get to that same level and even possibly surpass me. So how to make six figures? How do you do that? Well, you want to take a very simple approach, and you want to basically use what I call cash arbitrage. You take $1 and you turn it into $2, or you turn it into $3. Well, how can you do that? I have learned over the years of doing this that the simpler it is, the better it is. And there's only several steps, just a couple that you're going to need to make consistently, and that's a good word to say, is consistently. The first thing is having a digital asset. Now, digital assets are digital versions of physical items, or like digital products like downloadable software and business building tools to help potential customers run their own business from home. You need to be able to do that, especially when it comes to generating leads and or potential customers, okay? Now, no buying houses to earn income. I'm not a guru in real estate, okay? I'm sure there are plenty of people that do that and can make money at that, but there are probably far less people that can do that successfully than there are actually trying to do it, okay? Now, no buying cars to drive for Uber or Lyft. I see people every day buying brand new cars to drive around for Lyft, and they get paid pennies on the dollar. Okay, if you want to go out and after all expenses of driving for Uber or Lyft for some type of rideshare and pay a big exorbitant amount for a car, a brand new car, it better be a brand new car, because you're going to run it down into the ground after a certain point in time. If you don't want all those expenses and make maybe $5 an hour if you're lucky, because that's, Uber takes their cut, Lyft takes their cut, right? That's not what we're talking about here. That is a physical asset, that car, if you turn it into an Uber, but this is much more streamlined, much more laid back, and much more automated, okay? So no creating your own products to sell, okay? You definitely don't want to get into that. I've experienced that quite a bit. And I found out the hard way that it was much more difficult than you think, and you may never know if anybody really wants to buy the products that you're creating, right? So you have to do extensive research, and that just takes a lot of time, effort, and funds for that, resources, okay? So start earning income from home the best way and the smart way. What is that? Well, use a digital asset to create income over and over and over for years to come. Now, how can you do that? Well, you do several things, but you actually investigate, and that's why you're here today. You're interested in what I have to say. You investigate in things that have been working for a substantial period of time. You just don't want to jump into these things that a lot of people promote and then they're gone 6 months later. That's not what I'm talking about here, okay? You want to invest your time and energy into a mentor who will guide you through the process. I've done the same thing. I have several mentors, and I continue to work with them, and I continue to support their education and their understanding of what they're doing. They're multimillionaires, so I'm going to be listening, and I'm continuing to make thousands of dollars every single year. And I understand the online game is a little funny sometimes for most people, but it's okay if you do have a mentor that you can follow and someone you can count on, and someone that comes on once or twice a week and say some type of private webinar for the people that are under them or with them, just like I do with my mentors, to follow their lead on the next steps in the process, whatever that process might be. So invest and always build a customer email list, okay? We'll get into that eventually, and be consistent with that. That's very important to understand because that is a part of social media, and that's the more privatized part of social media. If you give someone your email, then you're telling them, okay, buddy, or okay, gal, I'm willing to hear you out. And then you go from there and you be yourself and you continue to promote whatever it is you're promoting. It really doesn't matter. Anyone can start a business with a mentor with some type of digital asset that helps them acquire that potential customer. And then you respond in kind with email and other parts, maybe social media, that kind of thing that we'll get into here in a minute. So always keep your tools and process simple and a low monthly cost. So everyone's been taught to, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, you've got to purchase this platform, you've got to do that. And you really don't have to do that. You want to keep it as simple as possible. You want to be able to have a database where you can store the emails, where you can actually send emails, where you can send auto-responded emails. So that's going to be a small fee every month. And as that list grows, eventually and potentially, your income starts to grow. And that's the whole process. Remember what I said in the beginning, taking $1 and turning it into $2 and doing that over and over again. Okay? So always keep your tools and process simple and a low monthly cost, and then build a community of Q&A or private groups to communicate with your clan, okay? And that's what I was reiterating on earlier, is that you want to be consistent. Okay, you want to come on once or twice a week with either an email and or a video like I'm doing now. Some of you may not like to be on a video. Well, you don't have to put your face on the video if you don't want to. But when you go to ericburton.com, say for instance, you'll see that there's a contact, and you can click on that contact icon or category, and you can see all the places on social media where you can connect with me. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can even come to directly to my email. So you've got to stay consistent with people who are interested in working with you as a coach or a mentor to help them get to the place that you are at this point, or where I'm at, and I'm working to get where my mentors are at this point, okay? So be consistent in promoting your digital asset. Now, your asset is not only your customer service, your ability to communicate with your clan consistently, at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, especially in emails and especially in video, especially in some type of communication, whether it's Twitter, whether it's some type of social media, that kind of thing. And then also build one or more social media platform. You don't have to build them all, okay? I put a multiple amount of platforms on there just so in case specific social media that I can communicate with them on, like YouTube, or YouTube's not really a communication platform. It's more of getting information out there. But say, for instance, Twitter, you can communicate there. Facebook, I don't like to do a lot of Facebook. Even Messenger on Facebook, I don't like to do a lot of that because I really don't care for Facebook. But you can do it on Parler. You can do it on Web Talk. You can do it on plenty other platforms. So definitely make sure that you're building at least one social media platform to connect with your clan, okay? And then invest in traffic to your offer, okay? Yes, everybody wants organic traffic, and yes, you can get that, but you're going to exchange a lot of time and effort to actually get a little bit of traffic. Whereas if you take that $1 and buy some traffic and can turn it into $2 from that traffic, why don't you just repeat that over and over and over again, okay? That's how simple it is. It really comes down to arbitrage, or cash arbitrage, if you want to call it that, or money arbitrage, just taking $1 and turning it into $2. Now, the sign of the times, yes, I know everybody might be struggling. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people are struggling out there, and I totally understand that. And that's actually why I'm doing this, because I want you to understand that it's very simple. You can start with a small amount of money and build from there, and in a couple of months, you'll thank yourself for following me on this routine here. and understanding that the simplest of things is normally the solution to a lot of our issues and problems, especially when it comes to earning some type of income from home. Now, this is not a guarantee that you're going to be a millionaire overnight, but I can say that I started at making $50 a week, and then I went to $100 a week, and then I jumped pretty quickly to $400 a week, and then I'm consistently well over $3,000 a week. So, you know, when you make that kind of income from home and you're kind of looking around going, you know, where's my boss at? Well, you're your boss. You're your own boss, okay? So the Cash Now funnel is what I'm a part of, and this has been in the works for over 10 years, okay? Start collecting $20, $25, $50, $90, $100, $200, $400, and even $1,000 at a time payments now, and it only takes $1 to enroll to start, okay? I did the same thing. I did it exactly the same way I'm explaining to you now, and I'm consistently earning income. And as we get into learning how to do that and process that, especially if you click on the link in the description below, or if you go to erikburton.com and you see a lot of my articles and you see that you can get inside and get that enrollment in that website, then you can start to understand slowly but surely with the things that I come to you with education and so forth and so on that I will give to you as a gift, because I want you to be as successful as I am and continue to even possibly surpass me if you want to. It just depends on the effort and attitude of people. What I feel most of the time when I'm out talking with people is that their attitude has changed. It's almost like it's a little bit demoralizing, and it's very, very sad. You have to have the right attitude to understand that less is better, being simple about what you're doing. And if you want to make 6 figures from home a year or better, you can surpass me, then definitely click on the link in the description below and get started with $1 if you want to. Look it over. Go through the process, see what you think about it, but I guarantee you, if you at least give it a chance, you're going to see and you're going to understand that I am here to help you. I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, and that's my job, to help other people be successful like myself. And it doesn't really matter what kind of business that you have. If you want to produce customers for some type of business that you have locally, you can do that. You can learn that here in this process as well. If you want to use this digital asset to promote to others and do the same thing consistently that I'm doing and make it that simple, it just comes down to cash arbitrage. Take $1, turn it into $2, and repeat that process over and over. So click on the link in the description below, go to my blog post or website at erikburton.com, and I will see you on the next video.